feels, a machine that represents durability, adventure, and timeless design. When people talk about true off-road icons, the FJ40 is always at the top of the list. Introduced in the early 1960s, this rugged 4x4 was built with one clear purpose: to go anywhere and survive anything. Decades later, it continues to inspire collectors, off-road enthusiasts, and modern car designers around the world. The story of the Land Cruiser FJ40 begins after World War II, when Toyota set out to create a reliable utility vehicle capable of handling the toughest terrains. Japan needed a strong, dependable vehicle for industrial, agricultural, and military-style use. Toyota answered that need by developing a platform that focused on strength rather than luxury. The FJ40, launched in 1960, was a refined evolution of earlier Land Cruiser models, offering improved comfort while staying brutally tough at its core. One look at the FJ40 and you immediately understand its personality. The boxy shape, flat panels, round headlights, and upright windshield give it a no-nonsense appearance. There is nothing flashy or decorative about its design. Every line serves a purpose. The short wheelbase makes it agile on rocky trails, while the tall ride height gives it excellent ground clearance. The removable hardtop or soft top options added versatility, allowing drivers to adapt the vehicle for work, adventure, or open-air driving. Under the hood, the Land Cruiser FJ40 was powered by legendary inline-six engines, most notably the F and later the 2F engines. These engines were not built for speed or fuel efficiency. They were built for torque, reliability, and longevity. Many FJ40 engines have survived hundreds of thousands of kilometers with minimal maintenance, which is one of the reasons this vehicle earned such a strong reputation worldwide. In harsh environments where other vehicles failed, the FJ40 kept going. The drivetrain of the FJ40 was equally impressive. With a part-time four-wheel drive system, solid front and rear axles, and a robust transfer case, this vehicle could crawl over rocks, power through mud, and climb steep inclines with confidence. Leaf spring suspension may sound primitive by today's standards, but it provided exceptional durability and load-carrying capacity. This setup made the FJ40 a favorite among farmers, explorers, military units, and humanitarian organizations operating in remote regions. Inside the cabin, simplicity ruled. Early models offered bare metal floors, basic seats, and minimal instrumentation. Comfort was secondary to function. Everything inside the FJ40 was designed to be easily cleaned, repaired, or replaced. Over time, Toyota added small improvements like better seats, heaters, and more refined dashboards, but the vehicle never lost its utilitarian spirit. Driving an FJ40 feels mechanical and raw, reminding you that you are in control of a machine, not a computer. What truly sets the Land Cruiser FJ40 apart is its global impact. This vehicle was sold in countless countries across Asia, Africa, Australia, the Middle East, Europe, and the Americas. In many developing regions, the FJ40 became the backbone of transportation, trusted by doctors, engineers, and aid workers. In deserts, jungles, mountains, and frozen landscapes, the FJ40 proved its worth time and time again. It became a symbol of reliability where failure was not an option. In Australia, the Land Cruiser FJ40 played a particularly important role. The vast outback demanded vehicles that could handle extreme heat, long distances, and rough terrain. The FJ40 quickly earned respect for its ability to survive conditions that destroyed lesser vehicles. It became a favorite among ranchers, miners, and adventurers who needed a dependable partner far from civilization. Even today, many Australians hold a deep respect for the classic Land Cruiser heritage. As years passed, the FJ40 evolved slightly, receiving updates in lighting, safety, and emissions to meet changing regulations. However, by the early 1980s, Toyota began shifting toward more comfortable and family-friendly Land Cruiser models. In 1984, production of the FJ40 officially ended, closing a remarkable chapter in automotive history. But the end of production did not mean the end of its story. Today, the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 is more popular than ever. Classic car collectors seek original, well-preserved examples, while off-road enthusiasts restore and modify them for modern adventures. Prices for clean FJ40s have risen dramatically, reflecting their iconic status and limited supply. Restored builds, combining classic design with modern engines, brakes, and interiors, have introduced the FJ40 to a new generation of drivers. The FJ40 has also influenced modern Toyota designs. Vehicles like the FJ Cruiser and even the latest Land Cruiser models borrow visual cues and design philosophy from this classic. The upright stance, round headlights, and focus on off-road capability all trace back to the FJ40. Toyota's commitment to durability and reliability was shaped by the success of this vehicle. Driving an FJ40 today is a unique experience. It is loud, stiff, and demands attention. Steering requires effort, braking requires planning, and the ride can be rough. Yet, that is exactly what makes it special. Every vibration, every gear change, and every sound reminds you that you are driving something honest and mechanical. It connects the driver to the road, or more accurately, to the trail. Beyond its mechanical qualities, the Land Cruiser FJ40 represents a mindset. It stands for exploration, resilience, and independence. It reminds us of a time when vehicles were built to last, when simplicity was a strength, and when adventure did not require luxury. This is why the FJ40 continues to appear in films, documentaries, and social media, symbolizing freedom and toughness. For many owners, the FJ40 is more than a car. It is a lifelong companion, a family heirloom, or a project filled with memories. Stories of FJ40s being passed down through generations are common. These vehicles become part of people's lives, carrying them through work, travel, and unforgettable journeys. In the modern automotive world dominated by electronics and complex systems, the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 stands as a reminder of pure engineering. Its legacy proves that when something is built right, it never truly becomes outdated. The FJ40 may be decades old, but its spirit lives on in every trail conquered, every restoration completed, and every admirer who stops to take a closer look. The Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 is not just history. It is a benchmark. It set the standard for what a true off-road vehicle should be. Strong, simple, reliable, and ready for anything. And that is why, even today, the name FJ40 commands respect wherever adventure begins.